Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 492. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, Mike D?
Good evening.
What's up, Scott, the blind dyslexic? What's going on, bro?
Grand.
All right, bro. Okay, so now, Scott, I don't think I got your reaction on that whole season finale deal.
Okay.
So why don't you just go all out, no holds barred? What do you think?
What can I say? I'm gonna have to rewatch it. I hate to say this. I'm gonna have to rewatch it. But from what I gathered, it was good. I mean, they actually made you think. And what I loved the most is the fact they had the Brigadier in his essence being the one that saved Kate.
Right.
I saw that because I rewatched it the second time afterwards. I thought, that was great. That was grand how they did that.
See, now for some, like, I actually was pissed. I don't know why. I just felt like it was a disrespect thing. You know, I don't know why I see it as, okay, now he's going to be a Cyberman forever. It's like,
that's true. Well,
that's friggin' morbid, and that's like hell. You know, for a warrior that deserves to be in heaven and everything, that's like, oh, now you're stuck in a friggin' robot.
It was a great. I mean, like I said, it was a great concept and all, but yeah, I see where you're coming from.
I wasn't a big fan of that either. I mean, I like the sentiment of where they were going with that, but I didn't like its execution, I guess you could say, just personally.
And Chris, you don't like it either, right? Or you did?
I haven't watched it again because I pretty much I don't want to. I wasn't a big fan of it. I mean, that Brigadier thing didn't bother me as much as it did, mainly because I haven't seen a lot of the classic ones. However, what I did was I related it to characters from other shows that I liked, and I said, had they done something similar to shows that I like, I would have been angry.
They are borging them a little bit too much, I will have to say.
Yeah.
To me, the Cybermen, yes, they have like a Borg-ish attitude, but to me, there's the Borg, and then there's the Cybermen. Right. And let's not try to.
It's like they bite off each other so much. It's like, and they even admitted that, you know, that they made them too similar. But for me, the moment that she's having them just about do the Macarena, the freaking happy, wish him happy birthday, move to the left, move to the right, now shake it over. I'm like, what the heck? Why do all this? Why take over the world with the Cybermen? But you don't want the world. You just want to show how cool you are.
Let me just ask you guys, because this was my major problem with it. I mean, I think, because that first podcast we did, I was still like, I
watched it like 9 times, and I'm still like the same.
That episode gave me a headache, but it was like when she revealed herself to be the Master.
I love that.
That was great. Then the next episode, the next episode, the finale, did it feel like nobody cared that she was the Master?
It felt like the editing job sucked because they got the camera angles wrong and lined up wrong when they were speaking, and it was like, okay, did Moffat not write this episode? Because that's what it felt like to me immediately, like he just gave it to somebody. Because sort of like the Pandorica opens and the Big Bang was like, you thought it was going in one direction, and then it was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you enjoy Dark Water, okay? I mean, even though it was getting freaky, it was still a new type of freaky for Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Like, what is he in hell? Holy crap! The TARDIS goes there.
A little comment about the people being
don't cremate me. I'm like, to me, this was getting interesting.
To me, that added that extra little pre-Halloween shiver, which that episode needed.
Right, and she betrayed him, and that never happened like that. That was
much good. There was so much good in Dark Water. It felt like whoever wrote it said, that was really good. I don't have to make this other episode as good.
Right.
Knowing that they didn't do that, I just want to know what happened.
With Dark Water, and let that be like the hinge point, and then come back.
Yeah.
it makes you wonder if he wrote scenes and then didn't write the whole episode, because the Missy parts were phenomenal, like the way her interaction with Osgood and the doctor and everything. And then it's like, well, who wrote this other crap? Because is it me or did they bury Jenny Pink?
Were they crunched for time for that episode? Because that could explain a lot.
Well, I got a question. Didn't they have a ceremony for Jenny Pink?
They're implied that they did.
Yeah.
So he's buried.
Voiceover.
So he's buried. So why is he on the table?
Unless that scene where they do that edit where she's in the street and then they do that pan around. Maybe that was only like a few days later and not a few months, or because I thought it was a few weeks later.
I thought it was a few weeks later too, but the body's not going to sit on the damn table.
No.
Like, it's going to be in the ground or whatever. Like, I mean, I don't understand. And then how did his face the face doesn't decompose like that for like days or even weeks. It looked like it was like falling off. It looked his whole face was swollen or whatever. I mean, that's weird.
It depends on how he got hit by that car, because it's possible to have damage to the face like that. But
that didn't make sense either,
why is he
though?
still in the morgue?
But that didn't make sense either, though, because he's a soldier. He wouldn't get hit by a car if he's aware. He's always aware. That doesn't make any sense.
People step out in traffic or do stupid stuff and get killed every day.
No, but not him. Like, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, people like him. People that. I mean,
he was distracted on the phone too. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been driving and I've seen people on their phones, and I'm like, get off your phone.
So yeah, she killed him. So she killed him.
Otherwise, smart people do stupid stuff sometimes. It only takes one time to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
So she killed him, and that's why she snapped.
But I want to know why that was so dramatic, though. There has to be a reason why she was like, "Oh, I love you," and I'm never going to say that. I honestly think she's pregnant.
I thought she was pregnant. That's what I thought.
Because it doesn't make sense. You get a call like that, and instantly, if someone told me that, if I was in a relationship with this person, I'd be like, "Are you okay?"
Dude, it doesn't make sense how the doctor's like, "Oh, I need to be a jerk because my enemies are like tougher now," and he's explaining to her on the Mummy Orient Express at the end, like, "I'm not really this way, but this is what." That doesn't make sense either. Like, you know, like, I don't understand, like, why you have to go through that whole thing with the kill the moon and then be a complete jerk, and then you explain it, and at the end of the episode of Mummy Orient Express, so like, this is the way I am, like this, because of the situations. I can't have them know how I really am.
Lasted, like, this is your 12th regeneration, yeah, fine. But this doctor,
he doesn't have to be senile either.
And the doctor act like a jerk every now and then, but he didn't have to go into this big explanation like, my enemies were this and all that.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
Well, there's something to be said for the fact that, you know, people don't always have to like you, but they have to respect you, and they're more likely to respect you if they fear you than if they love you.
But he's not going after, like, massive villains. He's going after scrubs that are just, like, one-episode villains.
Especially those Cybermen.
If
there's a definition of scrub, it was those Cybermen at the end of that episode.
Let me tell you, the Cybermen after that episode, he ruined them so friggin' bad, so bad, that nobody wants to see them.
You know what they were like?
When I tell you, nobody wants to see them.
You know what they were like? That was like the dial-up version of the Cybermen.
I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them.
No, me neither. Not for a little while.
You know what? Yeah, let's see the Daleks every year. I don't want to see the Cybermen now.
So are they worse than Turlo now?
No, man. Turlo is worse than everybody.
We're on a Turlo kick. If you didn't see the last
freaking companion ever.
Oh, come on. No way.
Man. You come on. You come on.
No, you come on. You listen
with
to
the
me.
Black Guardian? Get out of here. No, I
That's
won't.
Crap.
With the
That's crap.
First of all, if you're gonna backstab the Doctor, at least pick a villain with a good hairstyle. Okay? That stuff was ridiculous.
Oh, like Adric with his damn bowl cut he's got?
Listen to me. The Black Guardian was in Rings of Akentan, and don't tell me he wasn't. That freaking
Hey.
thing they sat next to was the
Hey,
Black Guardian.
Anybody that can pull off wearing a decorative feather on his head like a dead crow died on top of his head.
That was the Black Guardian's mother that they were sitting next to in Rings of Akatan. That was the same thing. That thing, whatever that thing was. You know what I'm talking about, Scott.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
I saw it. It's like
Freaking Black Guardian. Get a freaking hairstyle. Jesus.
I will have to say I would love to see them, the Guardians, come back in the series, though.
Enlightenment in my butt. Yeah. Yeah, bring back the Black Guardian one more time. That's right.
Only if we get to see Turlo again. Hey, it's
Yeah,
a
we'll see
package deal.
Turlo if like Adric comes from the grave and grabs a star and like shoves it. Actually, I'm sorry, the star was crushed, right, by the Cybermen. Just crushed the
Adric is
star.
a Cyberman now.
Yeah, that's true. He is.
No, we're all Adric. You know that? His DNA, we are all Adric.
Oh God, don't tell me that.
We are. Every companion's Adric. That's
why
the
they
whole point.
try to pick up on that.
Oh no!
That's probably why I
Every-
got the star on my head.
Curse you, Adric!
Got really
Every
dark.
companion is Adric. Every companion. Because it's Adric's DNA from E-Space that created the human race. And it was the Jaggeroth ship that ignited the fuse to create the human race. So if the Doctor didn't exist, then neither would the human race. It'd be like dinosaur people or something.
Wibbly wobbly.
Which they don't really go into that. But he's the one that created the human race, the Doctor, with all his stuff going on.
Yeah, but you know, regardless of all that stuff, there's nothing that makes up for that atrocious outfit that he had on. The green and gold, like
Oh.
pajama jumpsuit he had.
Oh. Oh, God.
Hey, at least Turlo had better fashion sense than Adric.
Listen, I like that fur coat. That second Doctor, that was pretty cool. But I don't know why he was wearing it in Florida, wherever he was running. And then what did they put him in? They put him on the beach or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? It was like what?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
A lot of that early, those first few minutes of that episode was really edited really strangely.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, at least they put them in there, you know.
No, I know. That's true. That is true. But besides Adric, why is it that every companion they try to make super intelligent more than the Doctor in Tom Baker's time? Romana, freaking Adric, K9, like what the hell? They were trying to make it like everybody like was the super smart companion type of thing.
Well, they had Leela. That was more of the primitive.
Yeah, but she was
More-
awesome though. They need to do more like that. You know?
They did it with Donna later on too.
Yeah.
Listen, man, there was one companion that, you know, introduced the Doctor to an exercise bike, which was like interesting.
He should have opened the TARDIS doors and kicked her ass straight out into space.
You have a companion that never had a beginning. How crazy is that? That made absolutely no sense that we've never seen that adventure.
Boom. There you are. You've been dropped off.
Hi, I'm your companion from the future, but here I am now. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I know who you are because I just was mind melded with the Time Lords, and I know you're my companion at some point. It's like, hello. Weird. And then
Well,
Perry.
she had a nice long run. It was
I
like
would
4
turn Perry
episodes or something.
evil because he left her with that friggin'
Kid.
Flash Gordon guy there, and then she just like gave birth to Madame Kavarian, and that was the end of that.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a revenge thing there. You know?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Perry was cool. Come
Behind
on.
it all.
Perry was cool, but we
Pissed
don't
off
leave her on the damn planet.
story.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't have Perry if Turlo hadn't saved her from drowning and Planet of Fire. So, see, that's another mark in Turlo. So.
Yeah. Great
Adric
job,
might-
Trevor. Bye-bye.
Adric might have created the human race, but, you know, how can you compete with saving Perry for us all to enjoy for many seasons?
She's the female Adric. No.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. They're all Adric.
No, I think Dr. Six would have choked Adric long before he choked Perry.
God, man, I tell you, that still gives me I have trauma still to this day. When I was a child watching that, I still can't get past it that he choked the crap out of his companion.
Really, that was traumatic.
I couldn't believe what I was saying. That was like in my childhood, seeing Peter Parker take a frying pan and smash me over the back of the head. I was just traumatized. I couldn't believe that my hero was doing that.
Doc and him switched places for a time.
That was ridiculous too. Me and Dan Slott went at it with that. Yeah, he actually contacted me on my channel because of that. The writer of Amazing Spider-Man. But anyway, we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, that was traumatic seeing my hero. Like,
I honestly wanted him to choke Clara when she was throwing the keys in the lava. I was like, get her. Just get her. We know you can do it.
And then he had great episodes too, like really great episodes. Like he was a doctor. He was my least favorite, obviously. But then he had some good friggin' episodes, and I'm like, oh crap. Valyard and the two doctors, and there's like a lot, there's some good stuff. Yeah, man. I mean, what the hell was he wearing?
Well, they should have.
Who the hell does that?
What he would have actually wanted to wear, and that was like more of like
that is absurd, man.
Suit.
God, I can't believe they had him wear that.
Thanks, John Nathan Turner. Appreciate that.
Jesus, that was just.
Yeah,
you want to get canceled? Wear that, because that was like close to it. Man,
pretty loud outfit there.
Loud? That was beyond loud. That would find Gallifrey, that outfit.
That's why they're hiding.
That would find Gallifrey.
Saying it was too much.
They would go the other way. They're like, oh, the hell with it. We're just dying the time one.
That outfit would have ended the Time Wars, what you're saying.
Yeah, that probably would have. Probably would have. The outfit would have delayed.
Probably laughing at the same time.
God.
Now that's interesting that Colin Baker mentioned that his original he was envisioning something more along the lines of Christopher Eccleston.
Well,
more
yeah,
of the
they
dark
should
sort
have.
of. Well, yeah. I don't know how much further in the opposite direction you can get than what he got.
In an alternate reality, I'm sure that he was like the longest running doctor, probably Colin Baker, in a fucking leather outfit, where he didn't choke Perry. Okay. Just saying, man. That could have been a big difference. That outfit alone, it would have been easy on the eyes. If it would have been something like,
so much.
If they wanted to, they could.
Probably the reason I got glasses is because of that. It's probably the reason I got glasses. He's the reason I said the F word for the first time too. I said that many a times. The first time I said.
Damn.
That's how I learned to curse, man. That's how I learned to curse.
We were talking about companions in the last podcast, and it kind of reminded me. I know Ian Martyr's passed many years ago, but it would be interesting to see what's going on with Harry.
Yeah.
I mean, we never really got any real
left
with Harry,
He just didn't come back, and I was like, what? Okay.
No yeah, but I mean, that would have been cool to kind of see Ian Martyr kind of working as like one of the senior heads per unit, helping them out somewhere, just kind of a nod.
Oh, yeah, just chilling still.
Yeah.
But, I mean, why couldn't we see Ian Chesterton? What the hell is the reasoning why we can't see Ian Chesterton? He's doing Coal Hill School. Jesus.
He could be coming in as a substitute teacher.
Jesus. He runs the whole thing. Where is he?
Maybe Moffat doesn't like him.
Oh, my God. I don't understand this.
We need a kick.
What is wrong here? Is it that difficult?
It's like they're so afraid of bleeding the old with the new.
Oh, cut it out. That's ridiculous.
That's the only idea I could think of.
Maybe they're just not they're not putting them into new stories because maybe they just don't have good things to write for them, and they're just saying let's not.
But they put the Brigadier in there. You turn him into a freaking Cyberman. Why can't you have Ian Chesterton?
Or even his voice over the intercom.
Something.
Today,
Because well, they probably said
including-
how many would that appeal to? You know, this many old fans. How many new fans do they have? You know.
Or even they could show, like, he's going to his house and made his bathroom look like the TARDIS, and he just go in there, flushes, comes out. Nah, something. I mean, like,
Okay.
no, be like a little joke. I don't know, but they used to be toilets to those things.
Well, we couldn't we have a tie-in? We were talking about things like tying in like Capaldi's Doctor with maybe the Seventh Doctor. We could have
That's
like
what
a
I'm saying. Why can't we have interest?
well, hold on a minute. The Coal Hill School. We have Remembrance of the Daleks, right? And then the whole thing with the Seventh Doctor and Capaldi's. Maybe they left something back, or there's little strings that people can pick up and run with these.
You need Davros up in this piece.
Or that
What's
creepy.
called-
What was it with that creepy little freaky little girl? It was in Remembrance of the Daleks. It was skipping rope and staring at the Doctor.
Like they're repeating like Freddy Krueger 1, 2, 1, 2,
Yeah,
first come for
I was
you,
always
but the Doctor Who version.
Yeah.
How sweet, fresh meat.
Which
Or,
they
uh,
repeated
or,
that. They repeated that in the Possible Astronaut, didn't they?
Yeah, at the end when
They
she.
took that. They took from Remembrance of the Daleks. Yeah.
Well, and remember they had Fresh Prince's butler that was at the the shop there when the Seventh Doctor went in and he was listening to the. They were saying something about the Beatles or something, right? On TV, yeah.
And then a show Doctor Who was going to come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked McCoy's about 2/3 of his stories. I mean, they certainly got better.
I love him with the dark jacket.
Yeah, and we needed
Yeah.
a little bit more from him. I mean, oh god, what a wasted first season that was with him. They could have they could have done so much better.
That's like so embarrassing. Like if you had to show that to get this to be on TV here. Like
It's like Sesame Street.
I'll give you an example. They tried so hard to promote Doctor Who to get it to be popular here, right? And then when they would go to like, these shows, like they had Karen Gillan and she showed a clip of God Complex with the stupid clown with the balloon. You're like, why? Like the reaction was like no reaction. Like the fans had no, like, what the hell is this crap? Who are you? And show some cool friggin' episode clips.
They could
It's
have shown that Minotaur. They could have shown at least that Minotaur-looking thing, and it would have been better than showing the
You're
clown.
fired in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You got to market it right. You don't market it like show the worst
but
scenes ever.
But Doctor Who's taken hold here, like, I mean, considerably more so than you or I would have imagined in our teenage years. Remember, like, the first season of Sylvester McCoy, like with Doctor Who, it's like we were embarrassed to let people know we were watching the show when that first McCoy
Oh,
season was
God.
on. It's like one step up from Sesame Street, or like,
Jesus.
what kind of clunky shit is this?
I'll never forget. I switched on expecting to watch the goodies on the local PBS station, and Tom Baker's Robot was the first one.
Yeah. Well, that was a good one to watch.
I don't know. I'm opposed to Sylvester's.
Yeah, I mean, think if your first experience of Doctor Who was like turning on, like Delta and the Bannerman or Paradise Towers or
God.
something. Like, what kind of crap is this?
So that would be the thing that they would flip the channel. I don't know, sir. Like, I mean, every episode's a first for somebody, but in that case, a second or third try would be one to get them to watch
Well,
it.
they're not all lucky enough to come on with Love and Monsters being their first episode.
Why did the Sci-Fi Channel, like, is that why Doctor was thrown off the Sci-Fi Channel? Because for some reason, they got that episode dirt cheap and they played it like every week. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you playing this every week? Like, it's the worst episode ever and you're playing this every week here? That was just nonsense.
Even back when Sci-Fi used to show actual sci-fi movies and not
Sci-Fi
reality shows.
Channel. Sci-Fi Channel, yeah.
Like
Before
MTV.
they changed the spelling? Yeah. The stupid thing it is now?
Yeah, it's like when, like the gentleman here, like when MTV used to be music television.
Yes.
Imagine that.
I only watch Sci-Fi for SmackDown now. That's the only thing I watch it for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they got the History Channel with 100 Pawn Star shows on it now. It's
And
like whatever the yeah, there you go. Whatever the network is, it's like there's like nothing on there that has to do pertaining to like whatever the topic of the History Channel, but they got all the cooking shows on there.
They do that all the time. They
Let's go buy a house at the beach.
Yeah, if you want to see something about history, you got to tune in the mornings when you're halfway asleep and.
Yeah, and it's all like like Chris was saying, like all the ancient aliens and the guy with the weird hair that he can't tell you why something happened, but it's the damn aliens. He knows that for sure.
Oh yeah.
Always the aliens. It's always those damn aliens.
All right.
Yeah.
On that note, this episode's going to come to a close because I do want to do an everything show on Jurassic World, Jurassic Park.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
We're going to get your take on it in 2 minutes. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot. Happy Thanksgiving again.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Turlo rules.
Now